What is tick fever? What is a relapse? Why do they happen? Else can you be doing to support the body? What are the supplements that we want to look at? While we are suffering from a virus, you definitely don't want your D3 to be low. This is a tonic. This is not a medication. This is not an antibiotic. Each short course of antibiotics, 3 to 5 days, typically takes 12 to 24 months for your gut to reset and come back to normal. These are going to be 14 to 28 days of antibiotics. So you're going to have to do this, take this seriously, and do it for at least a year. Welcome back, and today we are going to be talking about tick fever again. We've already done one video on all types of chemical, non-chemical, fully natural tick and flea protocols. How do you manage tick and fleas? We've also done another one on what is tick fever, what is a relapse, why do they happen, and how long should you really continue with your immune boosting and care and recovery protocols. Today, we are going to be talking about once your dog does have tick fever and you're going through the treatment protocol of tick fever, what else can you be doing to support the body? What are the supplements that we want to look at? What are the different tests that you should do on a regular basis just to make sure that some of our vitamins and minerals as well as liver and kidneys not falling too low so that we can keep supporting the body to help recover it. So let's dive straight into it and we will get into supplements. Now, the first thing that you want to do is actually do a blood test for vitamin D3 and B12. Now, D3 is extremely important for the immune system to be working properly. It's a fat-soluble vitamin. It is essential for all types of recovery. It is a master vitamin. It is responsible for many, many, many things in the body. So while we are suffering from a virus, you definitely don't want your D3 to be low. So test for it. If it is, we need to start supplementing it. Test for B12 and folate, because usually when you take antibiotics, your B12 is likely to drop or you're likely to become deficient over a period of time. And since tick fever requires a long antibiotic course, it's just a good idea to test this right in the beginning. Now, if you show deficient, you want to try and start something that's very specific, targeted, that's going to bring the levels up really quickly. I typically use products that are available on Amazon. The dosaging of this is super, super customized for each dog and your dog's blood reports. So I'm not going to be able to talk dosaging, but there is a company called iThrive that does D3 and K2 drops. Super easy to dose because you can count how many drops you put in. Each drop has, I think, 400 IU of D3, and Metadrops, which is a methyl colbamin, which is the most bioavailable form and quickly raises blood, bioavailable vitamin B12 in the body, is by a company called Metadrops. It is stevia-based syrup. Again, per drop, you can control how often and how much you want to give. So it's super easy to bring these levels up. If your dog is not deficient, we definitely want to maintain these levels. So then a natural product like our Vita Amines is really good because this is completely natural. It's gentle. It's not easy to hyperdose with this and bring up the levels really quickly. This will maintain. So this carries on. I usually prescribe this for tick fever dogs to do every night based on your body weight. Do this so that you are doing good recovery vitamins through the night. Hi, my name is Mansi. I am a canine nutritionist and a holistic wellness practitioner. I've been practicing 10 years, and all that I have learned in the last 10 years is what I plan to bring to you on this channel, which is Beyond the Bowl. And that's precisely what we will do. We will talk nutrition, but we will go beyond the bowl to bring you health and wellness tips. All right, the next most important thing, there's quite a lot of important stuff here. Everything's important, but platelet boosters. Now, you might already be on platelet boosters that your doctor has prescribed, and typically with those, there's a papaya leaf extracts, and as soon as it's decided that your dog no longer has tick fever, your doctor will probably ask you to stop that. We have a nutrient-based powder that helps boost platelet. It does have papaya leaf extracts and powder in it, but it's also got lots of other nutrition in it that just helps with blood health and naturally starts helping your blood produce the right components. Now, the mistake that I see too often for my liking is stopping any kind of platelet support too quickly. Um, right after the 2 weeks or 3 weeks of antibiotics is done is a mistake. You need to carry on with this or any other platelet booster that you're using for a minimum of 2 to 3 months. We see this in human cases as well. We see it in dengue, we see it in malaria. It's the same thing. This is a tonic. This is not a medication. This is not an antibiotic. Just carry on with this. Your dog's body will thank you for it, okay? Now, you can do something natural like this along with the syrups that you get from your doctor. It doesn't have to be this or that. And once you decide to stop the syrups, you can carry on with this for 2 or 3 months. For Bangalore, we also make a soup now, which is made with this as well as real ingredients like broccoli and our mushrooms, beetroot, spinach. It's a really nice soup. Not necessary that you do this for 3 or 4 months, but while the dog is going through tick fever, might be a really nice addition to their meals. Number 3, please bear in mind, I'm not going through this in order of importance. Okay, they're all important. But number 3, live happy, which is liver, and smiling runny, which is kidneys. Now, it is super important to focus on detoxifying and helping the liver and the kidneys throughout the treatment and for another couple of months post treatment, not only because of the medication, which is just obvious, we have to do it, but because tick fever itself causes an impairment in kidney function and liver function. So it's a virus that actually does have an impact on how these organs operate. And on top of that, we have to give long courses of medication. When we have gut microbiome that is going to get disturbed for such a long time, and the immune system is really struggling to recover, it's a great perfect storm for these organs to really start failing. So don't wait for your liver kidney values to be bad before you start this. So if your dog gets diagnosed with tick fever and you start the medication, 2 things: your thrombocytopene, your thrombose syrup, right, with your papaya leaf extract needs to start day 1 along with your antibiotics, and you need to, your doctor will probably give you a liver tonic or something as well. With that, start. Look, guys, whether it is this or some other company, it doesn't matter. The essence is that you need to support the liver and kidneys and do it with natural products, because it's just going to be better for the kidney to not deal with more chemicals. How do we use these particular products? Take equal packets of both, mix them in a bowl really nicely, put them into an airtight jar, and then use the dosage that is mentioned for your dog's size, morning and evening. Just add it into the food. Carry on for at least 2 months after your dog has been tested negative. Probiotics. Cannot stress enough. When our dogs go on any kind of medication, especially antibiotics, we are going to be destroying all the good gut bacteria as well. Lots and lots of dogs will also end up with loose motions or diarrhea or lack of appetite. All of this happens because gut bacteria is now extremely disbalanced. Very strong strains do survive, but they're not abundant in colonies. And so the minute you start any kind of medication for your dog, always supplement it with good probiotics. Now, what is a good probiotic? You want large number of strains. You want to look at how many different strains there are in a particular product. The lower the number of strains, look, there is advantages to doing only 2, 3, 4 different strains for specific reasons. And if you know enough about the strains, you can pick and choose your products. But when we are looking at a general gut well-being, large number of strains, higher number of CFUs because A, not all of them survive. B, you're constantly feeding antibiotics, which are going to kill more than half of them anyway. So you're going to want something that's 35 billion, 50 billion. There is another product that is now being prescribed along with Doxy. And that is 90 billion. It comes in capsules. These are the kind of strengths you require when you are on long courses of antibiotics. Each short course of antibiotics, 3 to 5 days, typically takes 12 to 24 months for your gut to reset and come back to normal. These are going to be 14 to 28 days of antibiotics. So you're going to have to do this, take this seriously, and do it for at least a year, provided you don't do any other medication, and hopefully there is no relapses. Next big bang for the buck is MCT oil. Now, why is MCT oil even featuring in tick fever management or treatment? When your dog is suffering from tick fever and is on medication, energy upregulation slows down. Mitochondrial stress is very, very high. That's your cellular stress, right? Energy goes down, appetite goes down, brain function goes down. The body is really struggling and focusing on trying to fight this virus. And so what MCT oil does is it is instant energy. It bypasses most digestive processes. It goes straight to the liver, straight to the brain, and it is super great at upregulating brain function, really reducing mitochondrial stress, it gives good quality fat-based energy. A lot of times dogs drop their appetite, mostly because the kidney and the liver is stressed out as well. It's natural for the appetite to drop. It happens to a lot of us on antibiotics. First couple of days, you'll start feeling like, oh, my brain's not working well and I'm not thinking clearly, I'm not feeling energetic. And then your appetite starts going, your taste buds start going. All of this happens to our dogs too. So think about the last time you had antibiotics and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you're going to do MCT, it is fine to get any kind of organic coconut-based MCT. But if you look for a C8, that's a capital C, numerical 8 plus C10 variants, you will see that they will actually perform a little better. C8 is really fast in its absorption and goes straight to the brain. C10 will give long, sustained, good quality energy and calories. But what's the biggest, my favorite, and I take this every day as well, is C8 only. Now in India, Ivo is the only brand that does it. It's available on their website. It's available on Amazon. This is not sponsored. They're just the only ones that do it, and it's a really good quality oil. So start getting this into your dog's diet or even straight into their mouth if they're not eating, and it will really help with their energy levels as well as brain function. Usually when I'm recommending a stack for during tick fever, I also recommend something we have called Superfoods. It is a variety of different superfoods blended together that cover all the vitamins and minerals required. We have things in here like kelp and spirulina, moringa, chia seeds, and lots of other stuff. This is just a great nutrient booster, and like I recommend Vita Amines in the night, I usually recommend this in the daytime meal in the morning. So if at all you want to give your dog a booster from natural ingredients that's going to just give really good quality superfoods into the system, this is a great way of doing it. So yeah, that's my Superwoof. And then of course, something gentle, something natural, that's our tick fever, our tick and flea spray. It's really nice. It's very, very gentle on the skin. Obviously, you've had ticks and had a tick bite from somewhere. It's just for now good to keep doing this on a daily basis, even if your dog's not going anywhere. So here was my supplementation and care stack for when your dog has tick fever. But pro tip, please go watch the other one that we've done on tick fever and relapses and how long it actually takes for complete recovery to happen, because that is really where mistakes happen. So while you now know what it is that you want to give, that video will tell you for how long and why. So go ahead and watch that. We'll link it in the description below. Please share this with friends because it is information that you would rather know before your dogs get sick. One more request. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us and encourages us to create more content because we do spend a lot of time and effort thinking about it and doing it. Now, over 1,000 people have watched our content since we launched the channel, but barely 150 have actually subscribed to it. So it would really mean the world to us if you take a minute and subscribe.